Good morning, students. Now coming to sexual reproduction in organisms. Students, sexual reproduction, it is a very late process, and this is very complicated process because it involves formation of male and female gametes. Male and female gametes. It involves the formation of male and female gametes and fertilization of male and female gametes, that is called syngamy, and formation of zygotes. Either one parent with opposite sexes or with two parents, they participated in sexual reproduction. Either one or two parents with opposite sexes, they are participated in sexual reproduction. It is a very slow process, and this is a very complicated process. The offsprings formed in sexual reproduction, they are unidentical to each other and unidentical to their parental organisms. Okay, they are not identical. At the same time, in case of protists, okay, and plants, fungi, bacteria, and other organisms, plants, animals, fungi, protists, bacteria, whatever, they show different differences, many differences in between them. They show great variation in their morphology, internal structure, morphology, and also physiology. But when they come to the sexual reproduction, they share the similar pattern in sexual reproduction. Similar pattern. They share similar pattern when they come to the sexual reproduction. Okay. So, the life cycle of every sexually reproducing organisms, particularly in plants, life cycle, there are two stages in sexual reproduction. There are two stages in the life cycle. One is juvenile stage. Juvenile stage. This is also considered as vegetative phase. This is called vegetative phase. So, this vegetative phase means the phase of the life cycle before sexual reproduction, that is considered as vegetative phase. These vegetative phases vary in plants. This is vary. Vegetative reproduction is vary, and the vegetative phase of the sexually reproducing plants is vary. That is, in case of annual monocarpic plants, animals like rice and maize and also wheat. These are a type of annual plants. At the same time, perennial plants, there are some perennial plants. Perennials, one is bamboo and agave. Bamboo, agave. Annual plants like rice, wheat and maize. Perennial plants like bamboo and agave, they produce only once. They produce flowers. They flower only once in their life cycle. Such type of plants, they are called monocarpic plants. They are called monocarpic plants. Why these plants are called monocarpic plants? These plants produce flowers only one time in their life cycle. These plants may be animals like rice, wheat and maize, and perennial monocarpic plants like bamboo and agave. Particularly, the century plant agave and the bamboo plant, these two plants are actually perennial plants. They produce flowers only one time, that is at the end of life cycle. Bamboo and agave, they produce flowers at the end of life cycle. Similarly, there is another unusual flowering in some plants, that is Strobilanthes kuntiani. Strobilanthes kuntiani. Okay, Strobilanthes kuntiani. This is also called Neela Korinchi. Neela Korinchi. So in case of this Neela Korinchi, it flowers only once for 12 years. Flowers once for 12 years. Okay. Mention the name of the plant which flowers once for 12 years. Unusual flowering, that is the Strobilanthes kuntiani. This is also considered as one of the monocarpic plants. Even though it produces flowers for every 12 years once, is also considered as one of the monocarpic plants. Generally, this plant is present in the hilly slopes of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. They produce blue colored flowers, and they convert the mountains into blue stretches during the time of flowering stage, and it also attracts so many pilgrims at that time. That is unusual flowering. Now coming to events of sexual reproduction. Events of sexual reproduction. So, sexual reproduction, all the events that takes place in sexual reproduction can be divided into three categories. One is pre-fertilization events, and fertilization events and post-fertilization events. First coming to pre-fertilization events. These pre-fertilization events means all events that takes place in sexual reproduction prior to the fertilization. All the events of sexual reproduction prior to means before fertilization, they are considered as pre-fertilization events. These pre-fertilization events, they include gametogenesis and gamete transfer. These two, they include in pre-fertilization events. First coming to gametogenesis, formation of gametes in sexual reproduction from their cells, that is considered as gametogenesis. In most of the algal members, male and female gametes, always gametes are haploid. Male and female gametes in most of the in some algal members, male and female sexual gametes, they are exactly similar. Such type of gametes are considered as homogametes. They are called homogametes and also called isogametes. One of the best example for these isogametes, this is cladophora, is one of the algal member and example. At the same time, in remaining members, heterogametes are there. Heterogametes means male and female gametes are different. They can be separated into male and female gametes. Male gamete is mainly motile, and female gametes, it is stationary or non-motile. So, heterogametes are generally they are present in bryophytes like Fineria and pteridophytes like Pteris and gymnosperms like Cycas. Here, male gametes are considered as anthelozoids and female gametes are considered as Eamcets. In this way, male and female gametes may be exactly similar as in some algal members like cladophora. Isogametes are homogametes. But male and female gametes are entirely different. Male gametes are called antherozoids and female gametes are called eggs. Male gamete is motile and female gamete is stationary. That is in case of gymnosperms like Cycas, pteridophytes like Pteris and bryophytes like Fineria. At the same time, sexuality in the formation of gametes. Students, male mean only one parent it is involved Two parents are involved in sexual reproduction, actually with opposite sexes. But in all time, it is not correct. But in some cases, only one organism may be represented by male and female sexual organs on the same plant, and it's also produced male and female gametes on both gametes on the same plant. For example, presence of male and female sexual organs on the same plant, that is considered as this is a bisexual condition. Bisexual condition. This is also considered as monoecious. This is called monoecious. Okay? And presence of male and female sexual organs on different plants. This is considered as unisexual. Unisexual. This is called dioecious. Dioecious condition. Same this bisexual and unisexual condition in case of fungi. This is explained by the terms. This is homo. In case of fungal members, this is homogamous, heterogamous, homothallism. Okay, homothallism. This is a bisexual condition. And heterothallism. Heterothallic or heterothallism. This is considered as unisexual condition. You know, in some members, male flowers and female flowers are present on the same plant. Such condition, this is called monoecious condition. This is a monoecious condition. Some of the best example for this monoecious condition, that is one is maize and other one is cara and cucurbita, okay, and castor. And all these they are examples for monoecious plants. Similarly, in case of means male and female flowers are born on different plants, this is called dioecious condition. This is dioecious. Some of the examples for this dioecious, one is papaya is one of the best example, and Wallisneria is another example, and cycas and date palm, and all of them they are examples for these members, and bryophytes like Markantia, all of them male and female sexual organs, they are born on separate plants. Male and female plants are separate. This is papaya, Wallisneria, cycas, date palm. Students, very important, to enhance the chances for fertilization, number of male gametes formed inside the male sexual organ is several thousand times more than that of the female sexual gametes. So there is a considerable reduction in the number of female gametes to enhance the chances for fertilization. At the same time, what type of division? What type of division it helps in the formation of gametes in case of embryophytes? In case of sporophytes, gametes are formed by meiotic division. But in case of plants and organisms with a haploid plant body, mitosis it helps in the process. Mitosis it helps in this process. Now coming to the next one, this is a gamete transfer. Gamete transfer, very important. Gamete transfer. So it's in case of most of the algal members, male and female gametes, they are discharged into the outside of the organism. At the same time, in case of algae and fungi and bryophytes and pteridophytes, in all these members, male gametes movement takes place by water. So water is the medium for the movement of male gametes. At the same time, in case of plants, these male and female gametes are, in case of gymnosperms and angiosperms, male and female gametes are non-motile. In this situation, pollen tube it helps as a sperm carrier. Pollen tube it helps as the sperm carrier. Okay, but there is a case of self-fertilizing plants, self-pollinating plants. Pollen grains are immediately transferred from anthers to the stigma and self-pollination takes place. But in case of cross-pollination plants, what about in cross-pollinating plants? In case of this cross-pollinating plants, there is a special event for the transfer of male gametes, that is pollination. Pollen grains are transferred to the stigma. Then the germinates on the surface of stigma and it produces a pollen tube. Now this pollen tube, it carries two male gametes, enter into the ovary and then enter into the ovule. Finally, these two male gametes are discharged near the egg cell. Near the egg cell. That is the transfer of male gametes.